Episode 176.
4 pieces of the Crimson Moon set. What kind of fee is that?
For guilds like theirs, a price like this, it's practically free. Starting from level 30, dungeons drop blue gear that's mostly sets. 4 pieces of the Crimson Moon set. You're asking for it like it's nothing. For elite players, in major guilds like theirs, you could form several full teams just from those who've already collected a complete class set. Plus, their guild system is well established. If you need the Crimson Moon set, the guild will compensate you for it. So, getting 4 pieces is usually just a matter of a few words. Unlike Fan Hua, who had to beg and plead, practically pulling 4 pieces out of thin air. In short, for the major guilds, this is an incredibly easy condition to meet. How did Moonlit Wheel Guild get so lucky?
The guild leaders grew increasingly agitated, many now trying to tempt Lord Grimm with offers.
Hey, brother, how about a full set of Crimson Moon gear?
1 full set of Crimson Moon gear, plus a level 30 purple tier glow spear.
2 sets of Crimson Moon gear. You can wear one and toss the other for all I care. The offers kept coming, each one far more generous than a mere 4-piece Crimson Moon set. Yeshu didn't find it a bother, patiently replying to each one in turn. Of them all, it was Blue River and Cold Night Fairy who didn't rush over in a panic to make a fuss. Both of them had dealt with Yeshio more than once. They'd already gotten a pretty good read on him. 4 pieces of the Scarlet Moon set. That's never been Lord Grimm's usual price for running a dungeon. Lord Grimm's pricing had a certain knack to it. It always stung a little, but never felt like a rip-off. Clearly, he was an old hand with an exceptional understanding of the game, able to gauge value with pinpoint accuracy. Given his style, 4 full sets would be more like it. What do you mean, 4 pieces? What's the angle here? Lan River and Knight, crossing Cold Pool, were both lost in thought, pondering the situation. Though the major guilds were acting in perfect sync, none of them actually knew what the others were doing. While they all had the habit of planting spies in each other's ranks, the core members of these newly established guilds in the new server were all veterans brought directly from the old servers. Newly joined alts simply wouldn't be trusted with anything important at this stage. Every guild leader knew to be wary of this.
But among them, some seasoned spies still managed to slip through. These aren't just players who created new accounts to join the new server's pioneering effort. They were moles planted back in the old servers.
Once they were selected from the applicants for the new server's pioneering effort and dispatched here, these individuals were already considered guild elites, and then rise to become a truly formidable force. At this point, to get the scoop on the guild's movements, you had to rely on these veteran spies, but spies of that caliber are few and far between. Lan River could only contact one such person, and that one was embedded within the Samsara Guild. The Samsara Guild is the in-game guild for the Samsara Club. Samsara is a team that has risen to prominence in recent years. Their ace player, Zhou Zekai, is currently Glory's most popular star. Many experts and fans are bullish on Samsara's future. Such a formidable opponent, he was bound to be a prime target, both within the Alliance and in the game itself. A veteran spy sent a message to Blue River.
Samsara has offered a price for a 4-piece set. Given his past pricing habits, this should be his limit. Yes, but this time he refused. What was the reason? He's already promised the Moonlit Wheel Guild. Nonsense. He knew full well we'd ask him to run the dungeon once he hit level 30. There's no way he'd agree to Moonlit Wheel Guild's offer for just 4 Crimson Moon pieces ahead of time. You think he has an ulterior motive? Definitely. Yeah, I heard Misty Rain Tower and 100 Flowers Valley are offering about the same price.
How did you know? At present, this asking price was clearly not easy to find out. Blue River had only learned about Samsara's move through this veteran spy. Our guild leader went and asked about it. Lan River relaxed. While the major guilds were competitors, they all knew each other. When neither side could gain the upper hand, They'd sometimes turn from rivals into temporary allies, swapping intel. Take Plantago Seed, for example. That guy's always pulling this trick with him, but Team Tiny Herb and Team Blue Rain are sworn rivals. Even in the game, they can't stand the sight of each other.
Our veteran spy just sent in a fresh report.
Our guild leader is ready to raise the bid.
How much?
5 sets of Crimson Moon gear. Lan He was taken aback. Then a sudden realization dawned on him. Was that the whole point? To deliberately lower his price once. It's a classic feint. Retreat to advance. He's stoking a bidding war among the guilds, only to jack up his price even higher. Once you're up there, it's not so easy to come back down, unless he fails to complete the task entrusted to him. Now that Samsara Guild has taken this first step, Misty Rain Tower and 100 Flowers Valley, who've already exchanged information with them, are probably in a similar position. However, this guild leader was no spy from a rival guild. When it came to exchanging information, it was always a game of truth within deception and deception within truth. Lan River, relying on guesswork alone, truly couldn't make an accurate estimate.
He only knew that 5 sets of class gear already exceeded the price Lord Grimm had set for himself earlier.
That was a brilliant move. Lan River mused. Now that he understood Lord Grimm's intentions, Lan River figured he could go over and have a chat with him. He was just about to send the message when his veteran spy sent another update.
Diema rejected again.
He's still refusing. What does he even want? What's his reason? What more is he asking for? Lan River was also stunned by the offer of 5 full sets of class-specific gear. This is already bleeding us dry, a real teeth-grinding sacrifice. And this guy still wasn't satisfied.
He really was trying to drive all the major guilds insane. He didn't ask for anything. He just said he'd already promised the Moonlit Wheel Guild. How could this happen? What are you planning to do? No idea.
Is the guild leader cursing up a storm? Guyan, the guild leader of Samsara in Server 10, was anything but calm. 4 pieces of a class set. He thought that was a perfectly reasonable price, a price both sides should have accepted. But Lord Grimm's refusal came back lightning fast. The reply came back in a single second. Gu Yin was almost convinced the guy had set up an auto-reply. Otherwise, how could he be this fast? I just tested the waters with a couple of lines. It really doesn't seem like an auto-reply. This guy really didn't consider this price point at all. Gu Yin was no fool. In the thick of it, having his price flatly rejected, he took it a step further than Blue River had. Lord Grimm's going to make a killing this time, gouging everyone for all they're worth. He's picked the perfect moment, when every guild is holding their breath and scrambling to outbid each other. He, Gu Yin, kept his cool for the moment and went to contact the leaders of several other major guilds. These guys were all furious, cursing Lord Grimm for refusing a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. They acted as if they'd met their father's murderer. Gu Yin, of course, wasn't fooled by this act. Their show of hating Lord Grimm was just a smokescreen meant to lull others into thinking they wouldn't bid again. Gu Yin believed that these guild leaders, just like him, had already resolved to raise their bids and were prepared to make another push. That's exactly why they're trying to lull their rivals into a false sense of security. Putting on this whole act right here, I'm out. Lone Shadow also tossed out a final line, all part of the same deception. Then he turned around and made an offer, directly listing 5 full sets of professional gear. That's a pretty significant boost. Seeing that none of the guild leaders were backing down, Gu Yin decided to go all out. He felt that his offer, even if it didn't immediately catch Lord Grimm's eye, was at least substantial enough to show his sincerity. Now we can have a serious talk. Who could have expected the reply this time was an instant refusal? This time Gu Yin wasn't just pretending to be rattled. He genuinely was. He didn't even think before rejecting an offer like that. What does Lord Grimm want? For us to just hand the guild over to him on a silver platter. Go Yin was pissed, utterly, completely pissed. Having his offers rejected several times had pushed him to the brink of reason. At this point, Lone Concealment's mindset was no longer about recruiting Lord Grimm for the guild's benefit. He wanted to go head to head with Lord Grimm. He wanted to see just how deep this guy's well of skill really went.
So Wu Yin sent another message. How about 8 full sets of class gear?
You should be satisfied now.
Gu Yin hadn't discussed this price with anyone. He'd thrown it out there in a fit of pique. You think you're ruthless, kid? All right, I'll just hit you with an unbelievably high price, leave you speechless and utterly stunned. At this moment, Lone Shadow was only chasing the thrill of this kind of victory. Yet, in less than a second, a reply was already blinking back. Just as resolute, just as impulsive, Go Yin almost didn't dare to open it. A sense of foreboding had already taken root in his heart, but look he must. Well, I promised the Moonlit Wheel Guild. That line again. Every time he refuses, it's the same line. Go Yin now understood.
This guy didn't set up an auto reply. He's just copy pasting here, isn't he?
What do you even want from me? Go Yin felt as if he could hear the roar within his own heart.
Yet, in less than a second, a reply came back.